and welcome Beth Rengel.
Thank you. I've always heard about the Sunrise Rotarians, and you live up to your name. You're early. Thank you for inviting me. I mean, this is a pleasure. I think one of the most defining moments was when I met Jim Stovall. Are you all aware of who Jim is? Yes. Jim has, he's local. He has written 28 books. He's a motivational speaker, speaks all over the country. He's phenomenal. And he won an Emmy for creating the narrative television for the blind. He's blind. Can you all hear me okay? It's okay. Well, it was in a time of my life where I was lost. I didn't know what was happening because various things that happened seemed like at the same time. So I was putting a seminar together for young teenage girls with Linda Lehman, who had a modeling agency, and Jeanette North, who various things. And they set up an interview with Jim. I'd never met him. So it's Tuesday morning. I get up as usual, have my coffee, go outside on the patio thinking, what do I wear? You know, should I wear slacks? Should I wear a dress? It's kind of drizzly. Am I going to have a gunky hair day? It doesn't matter. He's blind. He's blind. But I still worried about, my hair and what do I wear? And so I went to his office and I was nervous. And I sat down and he leaned back in his big leather chair and all he said was, well, what does Beth Rengel want to do with the rest of her life? I didn't know. And when I heard my voice crack, well, and then I started crying. And not just crying, it was sobbing. It was like embarrassingly sobbing because I was at a real crisis. I had quit a 22-year career as a newscaster. I was no longer mom because my daughter was going off to college, and I really didn't know what I was going to do. I had no identity. And I told this stranger all of my issues about not winning the Miss America pageant, coming in third, and it wasn't good enough, so I felt like a loser. You know, getting into the news business by literally bluffing my way, and then consequently getting publicly fired, which we were supposed to be off the air, but my mic was the only mic that was live, and just all of my father issues, my failed relationship issues, it was like I just poured it out for an hour in front of this stranger. And when I was coming home, driving home, holding onto the steering wheel with white knuckles, going, excuse me, but what the hell just happened? And I had to think about it, and I thought, I got it. I couldn't hide behind the facade of Beth Rengel. He listened to my heart and my voice. I couldn't hide behind my hair or my designer clothes or my red fingernails or my bleached white teeth or how skinny I was, which is all what TV news teaches you how to be. And I thought, he listened to my voice. I couldn't hide behind my facade. How many of us hide behind our image? You know, the cars we drive, the neighborhoods we live in, the clothes we wear. It's okay. That I thought, wow, you know. And in doing that talk with Jim, he said, you need to write a book. And the book title is called Anchored, and anchored for 25 years, in illusion. And the illusion being we all have an illusion of how we want people to perceive us. The perfect family, the perfect marriage, the perfect house, the perfect job, the perfect body. And I fell right into it. I had to be perfect in every capacity. And if I even fell short, I didn't feel like I could be as good as I could be until I finally let it go. Or like Taylor says, shake it off. You know, I think we all get to a point where just nobody is going to be perfect. I saw something on MSNBC that just made me crazy. And it was a picture of Cindy Crawford. This was 2 days ago. Cindy Crawford, 53 years old, the mother of 2 children, beautiful model, but she had a picture that was untouched. It was not digitally maneuvered. And she had on a black swimsuit, they called it lingerie, this black boa feather around her neck. And she had flaws. She's in her 50s. And she had a little bit of skin here. And the headlines was, Cindy Crawford stirs public perception because of her abs. What? Because of her abs? It was not tight and flawless. And I thought, wow, you know what kind of pressure that is for all of us to live up to? I mean, I think it's terrible for our young teenage daughters. I mean, that's the whole part of my book, is to get past the illusion. I knew that I have to tell women, get back up. Make the choice. You can give in, give up, or get back up. And it haunted me until I finally thought, if I die, I would regret not having tried to put it together. And it's taken me 8 years, 5 different times, 5 different starts. I just want to help some women say, you can make a tough decision and you can get past this.
I just wanted to know if there's any humorous sections of the book, like scuba diving and those kind of things.
I'll tell you. Okay, one of my very first pageant, because I grew up poor in Texas. My father was a used car salesman and my mom was a stay-at-home mom. And the thought of going to college was ridiculous. Ironically, there was a flyer on the front door, screen door, and it said, you could be Miss Astro, Houston baseball team. You could win a 4-year scholarship, a car, a Rolex watch, a wardrobe from Foley's, a trip for 2 to Puerto Vallarta, and Samsonite luggage. Remember that? Hey, Samsonite luggage. And I just threw it away, and my mom said, wait, don't throw that away. What said that you could go to college on this? I said, oh, Mom, I don't do pageants, no. So she said, well, you know what what I always say, and is you'll never know unless you try. And you know what your grandmother always said, you don't regret the things you do, but the things you don't do. You know what your dad always says, well, hell, if you fail, it's better than a kick in the ass. So I thought, well, that haunted me. Okay. Anyway, there were only 2 other girls that entered in Wichita Falls. I won. Went to Houston. I won. I gave the trip to my parents because my mother had never been in a plane before. And they said, oh, honey, we'll just buy an airplane ticket for you and you can go with us. And I said, I just want one thing, okay? One thing. And she said, okay, can I have a 2-piece swimming suit? And she said, sure. We'll just cut yours in half. She did. She cut mine in half. And I wore that ugly thing. That's the only funny part of that. Thank you so much for having me. Oh.